Everyone, I hope you're well. I hope you can hear me okay because I'm filming on my webcam. This is like old school video because I'm at my parents' for the Christmas and New Year period. I'm back in my like little childhood bedroom, but I've moved so many times that I don't really have a childhood bedroom, but all my childhood things are here and my old bookcases that I used to film in front of. So today I'm going to do a book review. I'm going to review this book which I read over the Christmas period. This is The People at Number 9. But first up, I hope you've had a good Christmas. Tell me what your New Year's plans are. New Year's is coming up very soon. I think I'm going to a fireworks display, but I don't really know much else other than that, to be honest with you. I look like a member of the family because I'm looking very pale on this webcam. It's like a very old school video. So I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you liked my Agatha Christie video. Can I just say one thing about that? I had lipstick on my teeth throughout the whole entire video. But by the time I put it up, I was at my parents' house, so I couldn't refilm it. And the reason this is on webcam, it's not going to be edited, it's completely like live, one take, is because I don't have my editing software here, I don't have my camera here, I couldn't bring it because I was just like weighed down with so many presents for family and friends. So this is why it's on the webcam. I might do a few of these webcam videos whilst I'm here. I've been reading like a beast, I'll tell you that now. I've been eating like an animal. I've been reading like a beast, so I have quite a few like books to get through. So today's video though is just going to be this book, and I see it in the bookshops everywhere I go, like W.H. Smith and Waterstones. I see this, so I've picked up in a charity shop, you know me. Cheapskate for life. The People at Number 9. This is by Felicity Everett. The plot of this story is we have a couple, main character is called Sarah, and Sarah tells us the whole entire story. So just know that. So you don't get any other kind of opinions, anyone else's point of view of what's happening at all. It's just Sarah. Sarah lives with her husband Neil. They're very middle class, they've got a very envious lifestyle, they live in a great area, their kids go to a great school, everything's just going well for them. And then this couple move in that are very bohemian, but they're about the same age as Sarah and Neil, and they are Lou and Gavin. And Lou and Gavin have children as well, and they're very middle class, and Gavin is an artist and Lou is something in the film industry, like a film writer, but we never really know what she does. She's always like this mysterious, like pixie dream girl woman. And Sarah and Neil have very normal jobs. So Neil does something in like housing, and Sarah something with like proofreading, copyright, stuff like that. But we don't really go into like Sarah's job because we have this idea that she's given up on her dream. Her true dream was to be a writer, and when she had children she very much gave up on that whole idea that that was going to happen and just became a middle class mum, which this book's kind of like, oh, she became a middle class mum. That's envious to many people, to have a massive house in London for your kids to go to a great school. I don't think that's something to look down upon at all. I think that's a fantastic thing to do, to like raise the next generation. Anyway, I'll keep my rant to myself for now. So Sarah becomes obsessed, really, stalkerish obsessed with this new couple that have moved in, and Lou is like this mysterious girl that she wants to be, and Gavin, she's very sexually attracted to Gavin, this artist who's a very well known artist. Now Lou and Gavin's house is like a slob house, so I feel bohemian, but I was just thinking, oh my god, it's so dirty, like they just leave all their plates out, it's all like grotty, and their children are very wild, their children are very badly behaved, they don't really parent them in any kind of way, and they're not very nice children. And then there's a bit really early on where one of the children just goes missing, and then like Sarah finds the child, and it's like, oh like I wouldn't envy someone who has a really messy house, doesn't like look after their children properly, children are living in kind of like squalor. I don't see the enviness of that. So I really didn't relate to any of the characters in this, let me say this first, but I feel like some other people would. But you know, you're supposed to relate to Mousy Sarah, who's like giving up on her dream and she's just living this wealthy lifestyle. Oh, poor her. But I just couldn't feel sorry for her because she has money, she has opportunity, she actually has a great life. So she becomes obsessed with Lou and Gavin and becomes really good friends with Lou, and then the story kind of takes off. I wouldn't say a lot happens in the story until the last few pages of the book, and I really do mean the few pages at the end. There's this growing tension because Lou's always dropping her children off at Sarah, and Sarah's like, oh, it's okay, we're friends, and then Sarah becomes like an unpaid babysitter, and so that gets a little bit odd, and she's like, oh, maybe I'm being used a little bit, and then their friendship will pick up again, and she's like, oh, I'm not being used, and it's kind of this influx of her being very mousy, really. And so many people are warning her. There's so many other neighbours who she's like, oh, that person's boring, I'm not hanging out with them anymore, that are like, oh, make sure you're not like an unpaid babysitter, like, oh. And the one character that I really related to this was Sarah's mum, who's like the grandma, and the grandma I really liked, and I was thinking, oh my god, I'm her, because she kind of says it as it is about the situation. She's like, come on now, I'm not sure if this person is your friend, and then they get into like this kind of money situation. I don't want to spoil it, but they get into a bit of a money situation with Sarah and Nildu with Lou and Gavin, and it's a bit like, oh dear, and her mum kind of just says it as it is. And then there's a scene where they all go to her mum's house, Sarah's mum, who she's very much like Hyacinth from Keeping Up Appearances with Me, and she's got all her things and she likes her things and she's very kind of proud of what she likes, like me. Like, I talk on the internet about like the books I like, you know, I like Bramley Hedge, you know, I like Anne Boleyn, I wear a B for Boleyn necklace, and if someone says, oh, but your name's like Hannah, I'll go, oh no, it's B for Anne Boleyn, because I'm really into Tudor history. Like, I just like what I like, and if I don't know what someone's talking about, I'll say, oh sorry, what do you mean, like what's that? And Sarah's very much like, she blags about everything, and when her mum is talking to Gavin, who's the artist, and her mum says, I don't really know what that is, what is that? She's like, oh god, it's so embarrassing, my mum doesn't know what this art is, or what this artist is, or what this genre of art is. Like, no one can know everything. I just didn't like Sarah, to be honest with you. I thought this was a good book though. This is such a confusing review. I thought this was a good book. It felt like a movie, you know, like something really quick, like keeps you interested within it. A lot of it is dialogue. I thought it was an interesting little book. I don't think you're really supposed to love any of the characters either, and I like how the author didn't try and like wrap it up at the end. It was just like, well, this is what happened, that's it, make your own conclusions, who you think's right. And actually on the front it does say, whose side are you on? So it's completely up to interpretation who you like, who you don't. I didn't like either of the neighbours, but I did like her mum, and I did think this was a good book. I did enjoy it. I just didn't really relate to any of their lives, and there was a bit in it, oh my god, English people are going to get this. There's a saying in England, when you like get along with your neighbours and you're like, oh yeah, I get along with them, you know, I could go around and ask them for a cup of sugar, and that just means that you get along with them. You could ask them for stuff like sugar, like not money, just like little things. And they're so middle class that she was like, yeah, we get along, I could go around and ask for a cup of couscous. I've lost my little mind. A cup of couscous, like, it's so middle class. I lost my mind at that line. But this was good. This was enjoyable. It was fast paced. I did enjoy it. There are also really interesting questions at the back of my book, because it must be, if you read it as part of a book club, it's got loads of different questions, and I think that also proves that the author, it doesn't want you to like conclude all your feelings and thoughts and be on someone's side. She's just like, oh, this is the story, that's it. And I really liked that within it. And it's very much like, don't think the grass is greener on the other side, because whilst you're looking on the other side and Sarah's trying to fit in with Lou and Gavin, she's neglecting her own side of the grass and her own children, and then things will crumble underneath of you, and you'll look back and think, oh, I completely lost my life because I was striving for something that isn't me. She's not an artist. She doesn't really care about that kind of stuff. She goes to see a film that Lou's done and she's like, I don't get it. But she just pretends that she likes it, and it's like, if you keep pretending and trying to fit in with someone else, you won't be happy, because when you fit in with them, you won't fit in, because you're just blagging your way through, and then your life that you've built that's lovely will just crumble underneath you. Depressing it. But I did enjoy the book. I did think it was good. So that is my review. If you have read it, let me know down below in the comments. And I'll end the video here. I'll probably do some more webcam videos whilst not those kind of webcam videos, book reviews, whilst I'm here in Essex, because I have read so many books. So yeah, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you can ask your neighbours for a cup of couscous. And I will see you again for another video. Goodbye.